at first my parents cannot accept Jenny and I age gap. They kind of disowned me for a while.
ये सब ये इसकी वजह से हो रहा है तू बुड्ढा जैसे बुड्ढी वो है वैसे बुड्ढा खुद हो रहा है
कहते क्या तुमने अपने बेटे को संस्कार दिए जो एक बुड्ढी औरत के साथ रह रहा है
Sumit needs to find work or we're screwed. We're screwed.
Why don't you come and stay together with us?
Awesome! 90 Day Diaries recently brought us an update on a couple we hadn't seen in a while, Jenny and Sumit. They were still going strong in India. They were in a nice new apartment, and believe it or not, Sumit's mom and Jenny were revealed to be friends. Some of their most iconic moments on television included Sumit's mom hating on Jenny, disowning Sumit for wanting to marry her, calling Jenny old. But time, I guess, healed their relationship, and now Jenny's best friend in India is Sumit's mom. The only drama during that update was that Sumit couldn't find a job, and the pressure was on, because not only did they have a nice new apartment, but Jenny is retired, and she didn't want to go back to work. I mean, she's 65. Sumit is half her age, so it was up to Sumit to find some work. When I first heard about Sumit having problems finding a job, I thought that probably, it was just an add-in to stir up some drama for their updates. It would just be a quick episode of Jenny shocking the world by being best friends with Sumit's mom. And that would be it. I was even thinking that Sumit's mom was pretending to be friends with Jenny for the cameras. I mean, it was just a quick update. Isn't it sad that that feels more believable than her just accepting Jenny? But then, 90 Day Diaries threw us a curveball with yet another update about Jenny and Sumit. And during this update, we learned that Jenny and Sumit are technically getting married again.
Our 3-year wedding anniversary is coming up and we are renewing our vows.
Which I thought was so odd, mainly because they just said they were struggling since Sumit hadn't found a job. They acted like they were going to lose that beautiful new apartment they just got. And this update said that nothing had changed. Sumit still was looking for work. But yeah, let's just, I guess, ignore that and have a vow renewal.
I hope that they're happy for us and to be there and to be included this time.
So they say that they're so excited for this vow renewal because they are going to ask Sumit's parents to come to it. You know, since they don't hate Jenny anymore, supposedly.
Ceremony for a vow renewal. It's going to be like getting married again, all over again. We would love to have you guys come because, you know, you weren't with us the first time.
And they get a very quick yes. Everyone looks all happy. No one's like, hey, how can you afford this since you're saying Sumit still doesn't have a job?
मौका मिला है उसकी शादी में दोबारा से उसके माँ-बाप में शामिल हो जाएं तो हम जरूर होंगे.
And I know people that have watched this, have seen this story, are probably saying, hey, Jenny is retired, right? She gets some sort of money. I think that she does, and I think that they can live off of that somewhat, but they're saying that Sumit lost his job when they moved into that new apartment. So I'm guessing that they stretched their limit on what they could afford, and then he lost the job and they really couldn't afford it. But now, for some reason, they want to pay for a vow renewal. Okay.
We've had to dig into our savings to pay for our vow renewal, but that money isn't going to last forever.
So his parents do eventually ask, hey, what's going on with Sumit's job? And I was completely caught off guard when they say this.
Why don't you come and stay together with us?
Yeah, they want them to live with them. Sumit looks so happy about it, and Jenny looks so uncomfortable.
We can't afford to live on our own until I get a job.
I'm old enough and I don't want to live by anyone else's house rules but my own.
She's supposed to just be like kicking back and enjoying the rest of her life, right? But instead, she's moving in with her husband's parents that are actually her age. That's wild.
It'll be the hardest on me because I'm not used to living with parents since I'm 18 years old and now I'm this old.
So now I'm convinced of two things. One being they are definitely going to be back on the show, right? Because why else would they do this and film it? And also, second thing being, isn't this supposed to be like self-shot and like not scripted? Because I don't get that vibe from this at all. This seems like a very specific setup for them to come back and be unhappily ever after. Or maybe another spin-off, because we're just making up spin-offs and randomly assigning people to these shows. But come on, like, why else would they do this? Maybe Sumit would prefer to be back on 90 Day Fiancé than get a job. And this way, I mean, Jenny doesn't have to work either, but she does have to live with her husband's parents. And I find it so funny how they like have this conversation on camera about moving in with his parents. This feels very scripted, but whatever. And Sumit's reasoning is like, oh, who cares if we don't have privacy? In his culture, it's common to live with parents. But Jenny over here is all worried about being able to do things like drink when she wants.
Is she going to let me have a rum and coke if I want to have a rum and coke?
Yeah, no happy hour for you. And Sumit's like, hey, don't you want to live with your best friend? Because, you know, that's your only friend. You don't have any friends except my mom.
Like you don't have any other friend. And you know, like who don't want to live with their best friend?
So they decide that they're going to do it. They're going to live with Sumit's parents. And when they have their vow renewal, his parents are there as well.
Sadhna actually put anklets on me, signifies the mother-in-law accepting me as her daughter-in-law. It's something I never thought would happen, and that's all I've ever wanted.
I don't see any other family members at this vow renewal, unless maybe I'm not looking hard enough. I'm really wondering if there's been some sort of falling out with Sumit's mom and the siblings. I don't know. I'm sure if they really get a new season, we will find out more about that. There's going to be some sort of drama, right?
When we live together, we'll have good time together.
Yay, here we go. Oh my gosh, I'm still shocked. Like, we went from all this fighting and arguing to Jenny and Sumit living with his parents. That's just crazy to me. Ugh. So let me know what you think about this. This is setting up perfectly for another show. I get this. This is going to probably sound awful, but I don't get the vibe that Sumit's mom is being genuine about liking Jenny. Like they don't even speak the same language. Like Jenny still doesn't speak the language there. And Sumit's mom doesn't seem to understand a ton of English. I feel like Jenny seems genuine with how she's talking and interacting with Sumit's mom. I don't get it the other way. I don't feel like it's genuine, but let me know what you think about that. Do you think Sumit's mom really likes Jenny now? Or this is some weird thing they put together for a new season and it's all fake? I don't know. Let me know what you think. This was not the update I was expecting at all. Make sure to follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. And also, this is my QR code to my Snapchat. Make sure to follow my public profile. I will be posting often on there. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye!